Charles Darwin singled Fabre out for this distinguished work and called Fabre the inimitable observer. He and Fabre corresponded for about 2 years, with Fabre disagreeing with Darwin's evolutionary theory. Darwin's theory, the Frenchman thought, was highly poetic and imaginative, but he didn't consider it reasonable. Interestingly enough, Fabre, as far as I've read, did not counter fossil developmental connections and speculation, nor did he react negatively to today what we would call microevolution. Species certainly do adapt, he thought, to influences in their environment, and Fabre provided Darwin with data that substantiated this sort of transitional change. But Fabre thought what he called transformationalism, today we would call this macroevolution, was totally unsubstantiated and unreasonable. His reasoning was tied to his own observations and subsequent analysis. For example, Darwin proposes, with the principles of natural selection and survival of the fittest, that organisms who, quote unquote, discover advantages that favor their ability to thrive and endure can perpetuate these qualities in their offspring through some type of random genetic mutation. Fabre observes that the instinctive faculties that make species successful could never be learned over time randomly, but rather are a result of inexplicable, well-ordered, providential, the principle he calls genius. For example, one species of wasp, the scolia, attacks only the rose beetle larva, paralyzing it blindly with one sting, instinctively applying its weapon precisely to the location of the central nerve ganglia in that larva. A second species, the Pompilius, attacks the imposing tarantula, stabbing the spider exactly twice, this time at precisely the locations of the two nerve ganglia the tarantula possesses. The sphex stings 3 times each cricket it assaults, as you can guess, in the precise location of the 3 nerve ganglia the cricket possesses. Then the wasp compresses the head for greater stupefaction. And if that example isn't sufficient, the insect Ammophila stabs its victim caterpillars 9 times, one sting precisely applied to each of the 9 nerve ganglia in the caterpillar. These insects attend no schools and receive no training to accomplish their maternal role as assassins. To speculate that some random genetic mutation or indefinite series of these mutations accounts for these insects' instinctive cross-generational behaviors, Fabre thought was entirely unreasonable.